another beautiful day. Yep. Hope your five senses work, health and strength is good. What? What's up, Steam Deck fans? You know Steam Deck Tribe, Steam Deck Nation, Steam Deck Universe, Steam Deck World, Steam Deck Legion, what's good? Steam Deck Mob, what's happening? And the Steam Deck Squad, what's up? Now, says, got a nice little article here. Says Valve reveal how many Steam Deck owners prefer it over other platforms. Says Valve reveals how many Steam Deck owners prefer it over other gaming platforms just after the first anniversary of its Linux-powered handheld console. Says here, Valve has revealed that nearly half of all Steam Deck owners prefer it to other gaming platforms. This bit of consumer insight into Linux-powered handheld arrived shortly after the console first anniversary. The fact that Valve's portable gaming system is doing well has been evident for a while now. Not least because it took the company nearly 8 months to match consumers' demands with sufficient supply to start selling the Steam Deck without reservation. The console itself also dominates the news cycle as one of the most exciting new pieces of gaming hardware for over half a year before it starts shipping to early adopters in February 2022. And it says here, in a retrospective interview commemorating the first anniversary of the Steam Deck, Valve UX designer Lawrence Yang told Rock Paper Shotgun that the console team is still consistently amazed by the positive response to their handheld. One metric that he found particularly surprising was that nearly half of all the Steam Deck owners prefer it to other gaming platforms, with internal research indicating that 42% of that demographic primarily game on Linux-powered handheld, while Valve remained secretive about the system's sales, seeing how it's a private company under no obligation to disclose such figures. Previous reports claimed that the company shipped over 1 million Steam Decks as of nearly October, just 7 months into its release. Taking that the estimate at face value percentage revealed by Yang suggests the Steam Deck is now the gaming platform of choice for hundreds of thousands of gamers worldwide. Yeah, when you got a portable PC and it's doing running games the way it's running, yeah, the Steam Deck is a force to be reckoned with. Anyway, it says here, the continued success of the portable gaming system can be at least particularly attributed to the consistent stream of community-informed updates that the Valve has been released ever since the console started shipping to consumers. During the same interview, engineer Pierre-Luc Griffius confirmed those efforts to improve the console overall capabilities won't be stopping anytime soon, whereas Yang also clarified Valve's plan for the Steam Deck 2. Then it says here, as for commercial performance of the company's first generation handheld, the Steam Deck still appeared to be enjoying strong momentum. This trend can be deduced from the fact that Valve is currently taking around 2 weeks on average to fulfill new Steam Deck orders, indicating its manufacturing output still hasn't fully matched the market demand for the handheld. Remember when I told you guys that they learned a lot during the shipping during the pandemic with the shipping issues. The newly revealed proportion of the Steam Deck owners who seem to be thoroughly enjoying their purchase is even more impressive given the fairly wild appeal of the console. According to Valve list of most played Steam games in February 2023, the handheld is currently popular among the fans for everything from Hogwarts Legacy, Elden Ring, Stardew Valley, NBA 2K, and GTA Online. And that's it. And it says something about Steam Deck 2. If I can get on this here. But the Steam Deck is impressive, man. For what for what it's doing. You know, and you know they've been consistent with updates on a non-stop basis, and they haven't looked back since. So all they can do is keep the momentum and keep going. Don't go backwards. Don't go backwards to the old stuff that they used to do. No, stick with the Steam Deck and just keep moving forward. You know, and I mean what I mean is like keep updating it. You know, keep sorting your games. Stay in constant communication with your user base, and keep the the Linux operating system, all of them up to date, and that's it. And Linux desktop, and go on from there. But don't go back to the old technology. Nah, going backwards is not good. Especially in life or even in video games. Never go backwards. Anyway, says here Valve clarifies whether a new Steam Deck is on the way. Now that the original device has been out for a year, Valve goes on record to discuss the potential of a new new version of the Steam Deck. Sorry about that. It says Valve's Steam Deck handheld has been available for purchase just over a year at this point, and one of the people working on the device has explained what the odds of seeing a Steam Deck 2. While the popularity of the device cannot be denied, most users seem to agree that it's not perfect by any meaningful measure, and there are things that a potential successor can do better. One of the things that makes the Steam Deck special is Valve's eagerness to engage with community. See, communication is key in all this, man. When they open that line of communication, oh yeah, that was huge. It says here, and working with the end users to make the handheld better. This led to a whole slew of post-release software upgrade already, with the beta build of SteamOS already underway. Valve is unlikely to stop working on the device anytime soon. And it says here, to celebrate the deck first year of availability, Rock Paper Shotgun invites Valve engineers Pierre-Luc Riffius and designer Lawrence Yang to discuss all manner of topics relating to the device. Riffius and Yang confirmed that there are more Steam Deck performance improvements in the pipeline. Then it says, but they also talked about the importance of the future. Valve adds features for the device such as ray tracing support and HDR for external display. It's no surprise that the topic of the potential Steam Deck 2 got brought up along the way, only for Yang to clarify without menacing words. A true next-gen deck with a significant bump in horsepower wouldn't be for a few years. Then it says here, in other words, those who might been worried about experiencing buyer remorse over buying a last-gen Steam Deck shouldn't be concerned. Valve is currently interested in making the most out of its baseline handheld, and this approach combines with official performance tweaks for Steam Deck will ensure that it's not got a long shelf life compared to almost all the other PC gaming handheld on the market. Says here, let me finish this off. Says here, and it may be worth highlighting, of course, that Yang was very deliberate and precise with what he said. His comments leave plenty of room for a mid-generation refresh of the Steam Deck. The community has been vocal about its desire for an upgrade Steam Deck, and that would go toe-to-toe with Nintendo Switch OLED console. Similarly, some believe a bigger battery might be in the order too. While the device is admirably flexible in most respects, Steam Deck can't play Destiny 2. Yeah, and Bungie need to stop that. It says here, for example, which reveals an underlying issue with Valve reliance on Linux as its operating system of choice. Specifically, some developers simply don't want to support a non-Windows OS. Facts. Remember what I told you, that in the tech world that there's Windows Apple users are going to be Apple users, Windows users are going to be Windows users, and Linux users are going to be Linux users. Then it says here, and there's little precious little Valve can do about that problem, even when it comes to a potential Steam Deck 2. Look, to me, if they do a refresh, okay, when it comes to the first things first, when it comes to the Steam Deck, it was good that Valve opened a line of communication with their user base, and communicated with them and addressed their concerns, and that's a big part of the success with the Steam Deck is communication. You got to communicate with your users, and Valve took care of that from day one, and they followed that with updates, and the Steam Deck has been doing good. Now, when it comes to the like a refresh, I would say make the Steam Deck a 10-inch screen with a better battery life, and probably add like a couple gigs of RAM on top of the 16 that you already have, and then call it a day. As far as like the Steam Deck 2 won't be out for a while. So I mean, the original Steam Deck has just completed its first year, so a Steam Deck 2 probably won't come out until like during the PlayStation 6 or the next generation of Xbox. That's what I'm expecting it. But a revision though, a Steam Deck revision where the screen, you got a better screen, and like probably make it like 10 inches with a better battery life. That would fix it. Probably a couple extra gigs of RAM, and probably a bump, like a bump as far as like CPU wise. Just up the CPU speed a little bit, and that's it. But the Steam Deck 2 won't be out for a while. But other than that, man, but when it comes to Linux, I mean, Bungie and Linux, I mean, it's just some people prefer Apple, some people prefer Windows, some people prefer Linux, and Bungie shouldn't be playing favoritism when it comes to Destiny, because you have Destiny players on Linux, and you have Destiny players on Windows. So the Steam Deck, they should make a Linux version of Destiny that takes advantage of a Linux operating system and hardware, and then go on from there. But other than that, the Steam Deck is doing pretty good right now for the games it's running. I mean, how it's handling games and running, So all Valve can do now is just like keep updating it, keep adding more games to the list, and just keep moving forward. Don't go backwards to the old stuff that they were doing. Just focus on what they have now and going forward, and they'll be fine after that. But other than that, the Steam Deck is good. Suicide Squad Killer Justice League, has been delayed, so that game probably won't come out until the fall, So if it's delayed, then probably won't come out till like in a couple more months. So from the release date, probably like 4 or 5 months or so. So you just gotta be patient and wait, but you're not gonna be missing out on anything, because during September, October, November, okay, Starfield comes out on Xbox, so that means you can play it through the cloud on the Steam Deck. You got what's that? Armored Core that is coming. Of course, Suicide Squad Killer Justice League. You still got Street Fighter 6 and The Last of Us. Jedi Survivor. So you got some games that are coming, plus the EA Sports games, plus a new Call of Duty. So yeah, all is not lost just because Suicide Squad Killer Justice League got delayed. It happens in the game. It happens in the gaming industry. You know, so um, give Rocksteady some time to clean up some things, and then you'll be able to play the game. But other than that, the Steam Deck, it's good. Anyway, latest video for y'all to enjoy. Nice talking to you people again. Chris, still a Star Wars and Star Trek fan. Dark Side. Good on. Peace.